American TV commercials do everything they can to separate you from your money. But what happens when corporate advertisers kill the very people they use to sell you on their products? Come on down and find out today on Death in Entertainment.
Live from Los Angeles.
911, what is your emergency?
Here in Hollywood now.
2 counts of murder,
Injury and death.
Oh my God!
Shocking new details
that has stunned the entertainment world.
This makes me a little nervous.
The hair stood up on my arms.
Just like in the movies.
What do you call this thing anyway?
Death
in Entertainment.
What is going on, Deado Universe?
Yeah.
How are you?
What's up?
What's going on? My name's Kyle Ploof.
My name is Mark Mulcairn.
And I'm Alejandro Dowlane.
And today we are getting into commercials of death. American television advertisements that resulted in the deaths of actors, stuntmen, and even spokespeople.
Yeah, and a lot of people find commercials annoying.
Yeah. I didn't know they led to
Certainly
people's
these
deaths.
people. Yeah.
They're annoying without accidental death.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just a little bit more tragic now. So without further ado, let's just get into it.
Let's go.
Okay, so when doing research for this episode, I wanted to find the first documented time where someone died on set, not of a film or television show, but specifically commercials.
Yes.
And I found one. It's the first close call, and it's actually insane. So they were doing a publicity shoot to advertise for this movie in 1920 called Haunted Spooks.
I got nothing on that.
Al Jolson's not in this one.
Oh my God. I'm sure at that time there's no PR people like, well, maybe let's keep workshopping that, you know?
And Jolson wasn't talking about no ghosts.
No, he was not.
I wouldn't have went with that. I would have tried maybe a different variation of that, or, you know.
Haunted goblins.
Yeah.
Or just not done it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the plot if Al Jolson was in it? He's the one that scares the demon?
Yeah.
They see his blackface.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
That guy's canceled.
So, Haunted Spooks was actually a silent short, but it was a comedy film. It doesn't sound very funny.
No.
But it almost killed this publicity shoot that they did for it. Almost killed the main star, which is comedian and actor Harold Lloyd.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
famous comedic stunt performer.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know him?
Huge, yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's one of the biggest silent film stars out there.
Ah,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, he's up there with Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Oh, so they were all colleagues. But he was the lesser known one. He's the one they got
Yeah.
if they couldn't get Buster Keaton.
Right.
Yeah. Or anyone else.
Yeah, he's the Daniel Baldwin.
Yeah. Or Kevin Dillon.
I love Kevin Dillon, goddammit.
Not even drama. The real Kevin.
The real Kevin Dillon. Yeah. The real actor.
So Harold Lloyd ended up picking up what he thought was a prop bomb and lit the fuse.
Wait, what? A prop bomb?
Yeah, a prop bomb.
I thought it was like a term for like it's on set. Hey, bring me over the prop bomb.
Yeah, give me the prop bomb.
Yeah, I thought that was like an inside baseball.
It was literally just a prop bomb. That
Like a
was
bomb.
Like it was a bomb on the ground, and he lit the fuse to be funny, and then it actually exploded.
Oh my God.
It was real. So
they have actual C4 on, like,
in Itchy and Scratchy, this would be hilarious.
literally, this is like Looney Tunes type shit.
Yeah. Did it just black out his hair and
Yeah,
it blew back like that? Oh boy.
And
Anyone got a light?
Yeah.
and his eyes were wide, pure white through all the black ash.
Yeah.
So everyone's like laughing and shit, and then they realize when it's about to explode, like the fuse actually sounds legit, and everyone's like, "Oh my God!" And then boom, it goes off. It explodes. It blew off his thumb and first finger on his right hand and blinded him temporarily.
How do you come back from that? One day he just wakes up. I can see again.
Yeah, he's like, hello, my lady. Hello, my darling.
My eyeballs grew back. And thumb. I mean, that's an important finger.
Yeah, it's literally this. All he has
Yeah.
is these 3 fingers.
That's the one you don't want to lose.
Yeah, it's like
Call him Johnny Three Fingers. Why do they call him that? Yeah, you only have 3 fingers. Oh, okay.
Ebert is going, I'd rather lose my jaw.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Ebert actually said he wasn't blown away by it. Okay.
Yeah. That's nice of you to do that for yourself.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Tommy Lee Jones, Jeff Bridges flick, Blown Away.
Yes. So for the rest of his career, Harold Lloyd actually concealed his missing fingers with a prosthetic glove that had fake fingers on it.
That's even weirder.
But if he's like making a fist, he's always having like a gun
Yeah.
because they don't move.
Or it's one of those gloves with like where the fake thumb is really huge. Looks like he's hitchhiking.
It's like waterlogged.
He's fingering his girlfriend with the fake fingers.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, that's plastic.
Smell my glove
Oh,
fingers.
God.
Then when they
Hey,
got-
buddies. Like, dude, you're like 35.
Yeah, the inside smells awful. The outside smells awful.
and then when they would have arguments, she would taunt him. Come here, Thummy.
I challenge you to a duel. So that's the story. That was the first close call on an advertisement set. In 1967, we have our first actual on-set death. And actually, let's take a poll. What do you think the company is that was being? It's a company that's still around today. And they were doing,
GM.
well, it is a car company.
TikTok.
That is not a car company.
Ford. It's got to be Ford.
It was Pontiac.
Pontiac.
Yeah.
That's a GM car, right? That's made by General Motors.
It might be.
Yeah, I think so.
So then you're right. Then.
All right. There you go.
Cameraman Raphael John Esposito and actress Brenda Lee Meisenheimer were killed doing a shoot for Pontiac. So they were actually inside of a car and they were filming her, and there was a boom operated camera that was like hovering over the car, and that camera fell off and went through the windshield and killed them both.
Oh, my God.
So that's got to let you know how big that fucking camera is. To
Yeah,
kill
back in
2
the
people?
day, that equipment was not to be messed around with.
Yeah.
It was gigantic.
Yeah.
Which is why it was bizarre that, remember, Bob Crane and Carpy would haul that equipment
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
around the country.
From like interstate. Yeah, they'd mail it to like, no, they'd ship it to like,
and bring it to the airport.
yeah, and to like Denver. Like, yeah, let's go to Denver and let's start filming like porn shit.
Yeah. Let's just film us fucking other girls.
On a whim, yeah. Oh, that's why Carpy was so mad at him. I lug all your fucking equipment around.
Oh man, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
I would have been swinging a fucking tripod around by the end.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even the tripods were heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy enough to break someone's skull in.
Oh my god.
Like Bob Crane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then the what happened was a mic that went through the windshield.
It was a full camera.
The
Full
full
camera.
camera just broke the windshield and just hit them right in like the
God
face.
almighty.
Do you remember The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
And what was the other kid?
Elijah.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they throw that fake body over the, the highway.
That was
They call him Mr. Highway.
Yeah.
yeah, that was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, that was the craziest part of that movie. At some point, I'm just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Not
Yeah.
like it was like a fun family story before that, but
Yeah.
that moment, I'm like, Macaulay Culkin's fucked, man.
That's right, because he brings it out. He's like, "Hey, you want to meet Mr. Highway?"
Yeah, and it's like, hey, how about this? And he throws it over the side onto the highway.
Why you
and all
call
the
it Mr.
cars? It's like a 28 car pileup. Like 4 people are dead. They're like, hey, how about that? Huh? That's fun.
Why do you call it Mr. Highway?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah, you're about to find out. How you like me now?
That movie was so shocking, and I was the right age where I'm still a little kid when it
Yeah.
came out. I'm fresh off of Home Alone 2 over here.
Yeah. And I
Although
think
he
that's,
was psycho in that too, but
that's why I think he took it, was to get away from like the clean, like good boy image or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it was such a shocking turn.
It was too much.
Yeah. It was awesome.
They corrected too much.
Yeah.
and besides Mr. Highway, there was that scene where he goes, Don't fuck with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister dropping the F-bomb.
Trying
Yeah.
to throw people out of tree houses and shit.
Maybe he like tried to, he conjured up the spirit of Joe Pesci when he did that. His former screen colleague or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, his peer.
His peer. When I think of good actors from the 90s, I think Pesci.
Yeah.
But Culkin.
Freaking, I'm
De Niro.
acting with these little kids.
Yeah. Every day must have been pissed.
So I don't know what the Pontiac response was to it, but I'd be interested in seeing what they were saying, because they could be like, hey, listen, this has nothing to do with the safety of our vehicles. Those fucking cameras are huge. Like, that's not our fault.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big PR issue too. That's like a Elon Musk goes through when like people. Do you remember that time where he's like, "This is an indestructible
The
like, window."
Cybertruck.
Yeah, and then it just broke right
Yeah,
away.
he's like, windows cannot break, and he threw a rock at the window, it exploded.
yeah. The car just fucking explodes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it almost seems planned. It's so comical.
Yeah.
But Pontiac, that's not what you think of when you think of indestructible, like good put together car.
Yeah, true.
Pontiacs were always like kind of a shitty car.
Yeah.
That scene happened in Punch Drunk Love too. Adam Sandler is demonstrating his toilet plungers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, these are indestructible. Then he whacks and it breaks immediately.
Yeah.
And he just stands there. Okay, this is a little embarrassing.
Was that with the Japanese businessmen or something
Yeah.
over there? Yeah, I remember that.
But I have a hot take here.
Okay.
Is it GM's fault? Pontiac's fault?
Uh,
Because no, actually, you know what? I think it is because
right.
I'm proving my
You've
point.
had time to think about it.
Yeah, I've had 2 seconds to think about this. Because it has nothing to do with the car, with the window being destructible or indestructible. It's their commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the producers. As we find out in the Alec Baldwin case, there might be a precedent set where it's the producer's job to make sure everyone is safe on set.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's not, I would say, not GM's fault. It's the fault of whatever production company they hired.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's something that would have to be litigated at some point.
They might have tried to go on the cheap and get some fucking schmuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some fall guy. They hired some guy. Yeah, we just need you for this one role to work on post.
Well, that's
For
what
the-
Alec Baldwin did. He hired the daughter of some guy that was an actual like prop master.
An
So-
armory. Yeah.
Yeah, that was shitty.
Yeah, so now she's probably going to get in trouble.
Well, I think that's why they're going after Baldwin now, because they decided, she is not someone that should be, held liable for this.
yeah.
Because he did this Instagram story where he says, I support the cast and crew striking. In the meantime, I've hired an entirely different cast and crew to finish.
Yeah.
Except for you guys.
I stand by them.
While I'm running away.
I stand by them while they go home.
Yeah, and I'm in the Ritz Carlton down the street. No, but this whole scene, this seems like a Mad Men episode that they never aired or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Don Draper would go on the cheap and hired some production company,
Yep.
and it leads to this camera being like killing these girls. Like, that's crazy to me.
It is. Yeah. And it was instant, I assume.
I think so, yeah.
Sheesh.
2 people taking out
How
one car.
shocking.
Yeah.
And did this air?
I don't know, to be honest. I tried to find an actual commercial that was attributed to that, and there's plenty of 1967 Pontiac commercials, but I haven't found one that was the actual one.
And they were probably so generic and similar
Yeah.
that it might have aired just not using the footage or something, and
Yeah.
no one noticed.
So yeah, 1967. We then go all the way to 1982. So there's a long period between deaths on the set of commercials. 1982 is a big year for deaths in media because we had the Twilight Zone massacre.
Can't forget that one.
Yep.
First step.
First episode ever for Death and Entertainment. And so they said here the deaths on the set of the Twilight Zone were only 3 of 9 deaths caused by helicopter crashes during the same calendar year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pilots David Perrin and Nigel Thornton and a mechanic, Jaron Anderson, were killed when their helicopter crashed en route to a location shoot in Yugoslavia for Warner Brothers' High Road to China, starring Tom Selleck as a 1920s era barnstorming pilot.
Another Warner Brothers production. That was Twilight Zone.
Oh shit, that's right. That same year, the producer of this movie, Alastair Simon, cinematographer Gary Hansen, and cameraman John
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmitz.
That's my name, girl.
John Jasowitz. Okay, got it. Nailed it.
Oh yeah, Johnny Jasowitz.
So that same year, High Road to China is cursed because they have, the people that are working and they're going to a location shoot in Yugoslavia. They die in a helicopter. Then later that year, the same year, the producer of that same movie, the cinematographer of that movie, and the cameraman of that movie were killed when their helicopter crashed making a TV commercial in Australia.
God almighty.
Wow.
So we talked about the Power Rangers being cursed. We haven't done the actual episode yet, but Poltergeist is also cursed. The Exorcist. High Road to China is one you never hear of. There's 6 deaths attached to it.
Can I be the bad guy here? And
Of course.
And say
Wow.
that maybe it's not curse, it's just they're careless.
Or helicopters are just hella dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. They're very unpredictable things. I see them all the time, the LAPD, and I'm like, yeah, anything can happen in the sky. It's just like a tough gust of wind, and they're on the concrete.
Yeah. My first year living in New York City, I think it was 2000. My second year, it was 2009, I think. There were 2 sightseeing helicopters. I used to go down towards, it was like towards like the Wall Street financial district area, right on the water, on the Hudson. They would have like these helicopter pads, and they would take off from the water. And 2 of those helicopters were trying to come in at the same time and hit head on
Shit.
and killed everybody on board.
What?
Yes.
What was
You
it?
witnessed this?
I didn't witness it, but I was there when it happened. And
What does that mean?
It means I used to watch these helicopters take off all the time, and then I saw.
Where you were in the city when it happened.
Yes.
Anyway.
Is this like a Ran Easy thing?
Yeah.
Then I went over the Manhattan Bridge. I mean, the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, the RFK.
We got Brian Williams over here
Yeah.
telling us his stories.
Yeah.
No, but that's where my first fear of helicopters came from, knowing that happened fucking 2 seconds away from me.
ran
I
right
know.
into
When
Freaked
I
me out.
saw the 2 towers come down in 2001,
Yeah.
I still have PTSD.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it on CNN. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I saw season 1 of The League. I had PTSD from that.
Yeah. I'll never get that time back.
Wasn't it Corey Lytle, the Mets player who actually died in a helicopter accident?
He did.
That flew into one of the not one of the towers, but it was just a random building in New York.
Yeah, that was like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, I remember someone making the crass joke. Lytle got traded to the Angels.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, and then there were a bunch of injuries, obviously, in the building, but I think only him and the co-pilot were killed.
Wait a second.
Look at this.
What?
From UPI.com, Corey Lytle dies in plane crash as plane crashes into high rise. And
It was a plane. Okay, sorry.
yeah, actor Alec Baldwin is stopped at a police line which encompasses the area around East 72nd Street after a small engine plane apparently piloted by New York Yankees pitcher Corey Lytle crashed, killing him and 3 others. So Alec
What
Baldwin
the fuck does he have to do with it?
Alec Baldwin's probably there screaming at them to be like, "Do you know who the fuck I am? Let me back into my house.
Oh, okay.
I don't give a fuck."
I thought he was wanted to be courageous and go like, I could still save him.
Yeah, he's taking his tie off,
Yeah.
running towards.
Is that my picture in there?
Courageous? The guy shoots people.
Yeah.
He doesn't save
Yeah,
people.
he's rolling around the streets of New York, beating up fucking photographers
And calling his kid pig.
Yeah, calling Ireland a pig. A pig.
It'd be better off having a live bomb on set than fucking him with a gun in his hand.
He is a live bomb. No Splenda packet's gonna clear any of this shit up.
Nope.
No.
God, I can't believe I totally.
I'd
forgot
rather
about
work
Corey
with a
Lytle.
real shark on Jaws
Yeah.
than Alec Baldwin. What were you going to say, Kyle?
I totally forgot about Corey Lytle. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We got traded to the Angels.
Wow, we're gonna have to do.
Wait, was that a joke?
No, that's what one of my. I saw that posted somewhere. Lytle got traded to the Angels.
Oh my God.
After it was a Geener.
Yeah. You said it so casually, though.
No, I said it beforehand, but no one reacted to
Oh
it.
shit, I didn't hear it.
Well,
Okay.
I'm reacting now.
Yeah, well, Corey Lytle got traded to the Angels. That was a joke
Yeah.
at the time.
Got
That was the
Ste-
Geener.
We got Stephen Wright over here.
Yeah, just very monotone. and
Steven
slow.
wrong.
I put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in a room and I just let them fight it out.
Yeah. But that's crazy. 1982 had 9 media related helicopter deaths.
Yep.
That's a crazy year.
I think that bad year for helicopters.
Yeah, bad year to be a helicopter. 1984. This is not a death, but a lot of people attribute it to the downfall and eventual death of this person.
I think it could be considered a death in one way. The death of his hair.
Yes. 1984, there was a Pepsi commercial being shot in Los Angeles. Michael Jackson was filming a television commercial with his siblings at Shrine Auditorium in LA, and a faulty pyrotechnic went off too early and set his hair ablaze, inflicting second and third degree burns to his scalp and body. Jackson sued PepsiCo for damages and received a $1.5 million settlement, which he donated to
Some kids he was seeing.
To his own bank account.
Some kids who were suing him.
Yeah. I'm going to donate this to my victim.
That's how he bought all the Beatles songs. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm starting a charity to give money to my victim.
The Brotman Medical Center in Culver City, he donated the $1.5 million to, and established the Michael Jackson Burn Center for Children. Let me see your burns. I got lotion.
Like, it's not really based on science. Some of the medicine is, some of the treatment he's doing here.
The Michael Jackson Burn Center for Children / theme park.
He just got a big bottle of Suave lotion.
The Michael Jackson... The Michael Jackson Burn Center for Sexy Kids. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
If you're 7 and up, you can get in.
Children under 12 get in free.
No, yes. I just imagine him sifting through all the kids they brought up. No.
Yeah, there's a line where he lets the hottest kids in first.
You pan out to see the line is long and long. It goes all the way out to Los Angeles, like fucking all the way out to 10.
He's like, they see him in the door and he's like, come back when you're younger.
No, yes, no.
Oh, fuck. So there are people, fans, even some of his family, that have said the accident can it be attributed to his death because that's what resulted in his addiction to painkillers and obsession with plastic surgery, which that's how he got hooked up with Dr. Conrad Murray.
So the Dr. Feelgood started coming into the play after this.
Yeah. So from 1984 till his death in 2009, people say that was the beginning of the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a dipod
near you.
Yes.
And he wore wigs till the end. I can't imagine what he actually looked like without anything on.
Wait, he was wearing wigs?
Of course.
After the burns, yeah.
He didn't have hair after that.
What do you think of that? Like, he had that kind of like suave, slick. That was all fake.
You thought that was real, Kyle?
Yeah.
You thought his nose was real too?
Yeah.
Well, you believe the Blair Witch Project was real too.
Exactly.
So I think, you're an easy mark.
Yeah.
Kyle, at lunch in junior high, Kyle's going, Blair Witch is real. That's Michael Jackson's real hair.
That's Michael Jackson's real skin tone.
And they were just wrestling.
No, yes.
Yeah.
I love that in Living Color sketch where it's called Home Alone Again.
Oh, yeah. They were brutal on that.
And Michael Jackson is chasing Jonathan Taylor Thomas around the room, who's playing Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, my God.
And then they do the blowtorch on him. And then he goes, hey, what is this, a Pepsi commercial?
I guess everyone was like Lethal, like Loaded Weapon. They shit on him too. Like the Zucker brothers. Everyone was brutal on him.
Yeah. I mean, Howard Stern during that like Halloween special.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Jesus.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
That will have to be a Patreon only.
what did he say? What did he say in that, Kyle?
I'm not even getting into it.
Yeah,
but
let's not get into that.
It's dork.
Yeah.
The sketch starts off with parents dropping their kids off for Michael to watch like a babysitter, and then he throws cash at them, and he's like, "Bye, Mr. and Mrs. Stupid."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Not controversial.
Yeah. So we go from 1984, 11 years later, we have a death that's attributed to a Mountain Dew commercial. I don't know how many people know this, but there was a professional sky surfer, Rob Harris, that he was like a world champion sky surfer, did like base jumping and bungee jumping, all the extreme sports. And his family and friends, he never wanted to worry them. So whenever he would do like a daredevil stunt, he would always tell his friends and family after it already happened.
Yeah, and his dad, Larry, told the New York Times, quote, I always told him, why don't you do something simple like wrestle alligators?
What?
Or stingrays.
Yeah, wrestle stingray. Ask the crocodile hunter about that one.
Crocky.
He can't because he's no longer with us.
Yeah. So this was back in 95 when, maybe things weren't as stringent.
It was a little more run and gun, a little more loose with the rules.
Yeah, so it was crazy. This whole idea of this Mountain Dew commercial, people will probably remember this, is when it was based around 007. There was a 007 movie that came out.
GoldenEye.
Okay, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, biggest one. N64
Tia
game.
Carrere.
Huge.
She wasn't in that.
She wasn't?
You're thinking of True Lies.
You're thinking of Wayne's World, too.
I think you're thinking of True Lies.
Okay, never mind.
He's thinking of Blank Check. Isn't she the one that makes out with the kid?
No, that's Karen Duffy.
Oh, that's right.
We're all over the place.
I get those two mixed up. Anyway.
GoldenEye had, what's her name? First of all, some no-name played the main romantic lead. But then Famke Johnson played
Famke Janssen.
That evil lady.
Isabella Scorupco.
Hey, Scorupco.
Scorupco, get out of here. Alan Cumming, Robbie Coltrane, Samantha Bond.
Yes.
Judi Dench. Miss Judi Dench. Lady Judi Dench.
She's been on like everyone since then. Like she's like always playing M.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing a cross promotion with 007 for GoldenEye, and the whole thing was that Rob Harris, this champion professional skydiver, was 007 in the actual commercial, and he's in a plane that's going down, so he's got to jump out, and
he's wearing the tuxedo like Bond.
Yep, they got the whole thing. Let's play the commercial here.
Holy shit. I kind of remember this commercial.
Yeah.
Huge budget, clearly. Oh, and that's Richard Kiel, who played Jaws.
Ah.
That's it.
Him.
Yeah.
Child's play. Totally wimpy. Whoa. Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, there's always guys with winter hats like, yeah, man, we're fucking extreme.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's the 90s.
Hell yeah. They're wearing Jinko jeans, too.
They all look like Dan Cortez.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Dan Cortez.
Yeah, he seems like this is like his demo. This is also him.
I wonder if any of those guys were famous X Games people.
I don't think they were. I think they were just actors.
I think the thing about these commercials, I still, to this day, they do shit like that. They're all non-union, a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so you can get away with a lot more dangerous shit. Like, they don't have the rules and regulations some of the, like IATSE and SAG and like some of the other, like DGA have in place that actually you wouldn't see more dangerous sets, but I think that's why commercials can be dangerous.
Yeah. So to people listening, if you weren't watching that video, obviously. So what happens is he's in the plane, he jumps out, the plane explodes, and he pulls a parachute, and then he's looking at his watch, and he cuts the parachute and lands on a snowboard. But in reality, they made him cut the parachute and then pull the second one, which is risky in itself anyway.
Yeah, they say that he grabbed the wrong handle.
Yeah.
And released his main parachute instead of the canopy.
Yeah. This is tragic in the same way that the Twilight Zone one is, because they had already filmed the commercial. It was done. But they were like, we could get like a better shot of you cutting the cord and landing on the snowboard again. So in reality, he's got to jump out of the plane, pull the cord, let that parachute go, and then pull another one and land safely.
Oh my God. Like I would be like, fuck you. But you feel bad because you're like, oh, well, I want to get another job.
Yeah, these guys are paying me.
Yeah, they're paying me, and they want to do it again, so I want to.
To be fair, though, he had done this nearly 2,000 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a world champion. He's the best in the world at pretty much what he's doing here. So this is something he did all the time, and he would do advertisements. He jumped out of a plane with a pizza box, and they took pictures of him and everything.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he was great at what he did, and it's just so annoying that they were like, okay, the commercial's done, but we could get a better shot of that, so why don't you come back? And when he pulled the first parachute, he didn't realize, like you said, he pulled the wrong one.
Yeah.
And so he ended up hitting the ground because he was freaking out trying to get the second one done, even though that's what he pulled first. So
It never properly inflated.
yeah.
And then his partner, Joe Jennings, the guy that's filming him all the time. Because you got to wonder, how do they get this footage?
Yeah, who's shooting this?
Yes.
Well, there's another guy there with the camera, and that was his buddy, and they had worked together for years. And he said, quote, "It was just so incredible that this person with whom my entire experience for 3 years was all movement, and here he wasn't moving anymore."
Mm-hmm.
So he's just watching this go down, horrified, because his parachute is fine.
Yeah.
So he's just floating to safety, and then he sees his friend just crash.
Oh, that's brutal.
Just dead weight, just going directly to the earth and just hitting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And people were furious when they started hearing about it through the news and stuff. So there was like a big pushback against this commercial because people believed that the footage that was used from the day that he died.
Yeah.
And
Should we go over the Snopes thing?
Yeah.
On Snopes.com, they posit the question, was footage of a fatal skydiving accident included in a Mountain Dew commercial? And they say false.
Which is even more infuriating because the commercial was fine without whatever the fuck they wanted to put in. It's like, that's what they used anyway.
Yeah.
they had it. They had
Yeah.
it, you know, but
It was fine.
but some of these directors are just like painstaking, like, you know, perfectionists. Not because it affects them in any way.
Yeah, exactly.
But because they don't care what they do to some of the cast and crew because they know they can exploit them, and that's what I think like has been happening in Hollywood since the dawn of it started.
Yeah.
You know that people have been exploited. People like died on sets, and like way more in the earlier days, but it still happens here and there.
Clearly a big budget though. Like, why even bother going off an actual plane again? You got to hire a pilot, got to rent the plane, got to put them up for lodging, get food for everybody for the day, got to get the cameras rented, everything, all that. So much money going into it. They could have gone to a soundstage for 3 seconds with a green screen and just filmed that clip coming off, and that's it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Snopes says that some of the footage from earlier in the shoot from another day obviously was included, but nothing from the final fatal jump.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, PepsiCo, which owns Mountain Dew, they asked Rob Harris's parents, who lived in Manhattan Beach, California, if they would consider approving the spot, which would not include his final jump. And Harris's mother said, if it was up to us, we wouldn't have allowed it because it hurt us. But in the end, they approved, saying Rob would have wanted it, and his friends really look forward to seeing it. And then she added, and so do we now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they came to terms with it.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I didn't realize until I was looking this up that they made him jump from so low too. Like normally where you want to jump out minimum is like 10,000 feet. They made him jump from 5,000 feet.
Man.
And so, they said his parachute lines became tangled and he was unable to deploy his reserve in time, ultimately falling to his death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those last moments, I always think about that when you see, there's some other accidents that have been similar.
Yeah.
Where the parachute didn't work and people were filming themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't imagine what's going through your head those last moments when you're falling.
Oh, there's one guy, I saw him. He was on one of those shows for like Dr. Phil or something, but it was like near death experiences. And he had a parachute that was spinning around and he didn't know what to do. And he was falling to his death, ultimately thinking, fuck, I wish I had like cancer or something, a long drawn out death instead of one that's instant. Cause you get to say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that was his biggest thing, was like, fuck, are you kidding me? This is how it's going to happen.
Well, it's always such a weird freak thing. You think you have it, but when you got to realize when you're up in the air, like nothing is a sure thing.
Yeah.
Any little thing could happen, and if you do it long enough, it makes your possibility. It's slim, but it's still a possibility.
Yeah. It seems counterintuitive, but the higher you jump from, or the higher your plane is, or whatever, if you're in the air doing any sort of activity, the higher up you are, the safer you generally are in case something goes wrong. So, like at 5,000 feet, Rob Harris died because he couldn't get it out in time. If he jumped from 16,000 feet, he'd probably be alive today because he just cut that loose and then pulled the reserve.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't even go skydiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skydiving's great.
I'm fine. I have Oculus.
Oh, I haven't told this story on the podcast, I don't think.
Oh,
Which
that's
one?
weird.
So my uncle took me skydiving for my 18th birthday, and then I took my friends by myself when I was 19 the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was like, I want to do it too. She's like, me and my friend for our 50th birthday, we're going to go skydiving.
Oh, this one is insane.
So her and my mom and her friend Lucy both went skydiving from Cape Cod. And for 2 weeks, like, my mom couldn't stop talking about how great of an experience it was. She's like, oh my God, this guy I went with who was my instructor, and like, you have to go tandem when you don't have a license. So you have to have someone attached to you when you skydive starting out. She's like, oh my God, this guy Eldon, he was so nice, so funny. He was awesome. He made the experience so much better, like calm me down and everything. And 2 weeks to the day of her going on that skydiving jump, Eldon ended up killing himself and the person that was attached to him from the same spot on Cape Cod in Barnstable.
On purpose?
No, the
Uh-oh.
parachute fucked up and they crashed into a barn and they both died.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 men were killed in a tandem skydiving crash on the Cape over the weekend. They were identified Monday. This was back when it happened. This was 2014.
Shit.
Yep. And
Wow.
yeah, Andrew Munson, 29 of Nantucket, and his instructor, Eldon Burrier, 48 of West Linwood, Washington, died Sunday when they overshot their landing area and struck a shed in Marston Mills.
Man.
Yeah.
And you said that was a week after your mom went with him.
It was 2 weeks to the day.
2 weeks.
Like, how insane.
Did you still say, hey, you should try this?
I went before her.
Oh, okay.
But after that, I haven't been since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, the more that I think about it, I think I am good.
Yeah. No need to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just run into a barn down here on Earth.
Put my head through your barn.
Yeah. Hey, mister, can I borrow your barn so I can put my head through it?
Yeah, so the ending of this is that there were several songs apparently dedicated to Rob Harris, and there was a foundation, the Rob Harris Foundation, that was created in memoriam of him. The footage of his death has never been released, though it's assumed to have either been destroyed or confiscated by authorities.
Huh.
Yeah.
They always say that. They claim that the footage is destroyed.
Yeah. Well, the people sometimes will destroy it. That's why I thought it was weird that Vince McMahon does have the Owen Hart footage of him falling to his death.
Same thing with the crocodile hunter. Like the, I think the Brisbane Police Department has like whatever police department that was. They have allegedly they have it, or Steve Irwin's wife has it. So someone has it.
Mm.
Yeah, Vince McMahon puts on the videotape while he counts his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
scoundrel.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Rob Harris.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
the director of the commercial, the Mountain Dew commercial, went on to direct the movie Inspector Gadget
What?
That was a worse death.
Oh my God.
with fellow Dipod subject Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was trash.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick made some really like war crime level movies. Like Godzilla. Yeah.
Size does matter.
Yeah.
So does plot.
Yeah.
Any type of writing or structure.
Yeah. Someone's a reason for the movie.
Yeah.
And imagine poor Rob Harris falling to his death.
Yeah.
And then thinking, the guy that's directing me in this death scene is about to direct Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And that's, he probably, this commercial helped him get that Inspector Gadget. Like he was he was trying to make that pivot to big movies probably.
Right. Yeah, and it was a big commercial.
Yeah.
It made me want to
Drink Mountain Dew.
Drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Fight people.
And fight people.
Yeah, you're supposed to do the do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the dude did him.
Oh,
Soviet Russia does you. I think there's also a mini curse on the 007 franchise with Rob Harris dying. In 1981, 23-year-old stuntman Paolo Rigoni died during the filming of the bobsled chase in 1981's For Your Eyes Only.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Cool Runnings.
he got run over by
Yeah, the great James Bond movie. Wolf Runnings.
draw a line down your head, make it look like a butt.
That's within the James Bond universe. Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
We're all Chet Hanks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booyah. Big ups.
We're doing Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
Because he's offensive, not us.
He was run over by a bobsled, which cannot feel good.
Chet Hanks?
Yes, that's breaking news. Chet Hanks run over by a Cool Runnings bobsled. No, Paolo Rigoni, the
Okay.
23-year-old Italian stuntman that died during another 007 production.
I think being a stuntman is a dangerous thing, but you never expect. I think you expect to get hurt bad, but like dying, that's just like I think the numbers are just so out there that you never think it's going to happen to you.
Yeah, that's true. 1996, Black & Decker created a commercial in which veteran pilot Michael Tomburo died after suffering a broken neck and serious head injuries in what, you may ask? A helicopter crash.
The helicopter comes back.
Ban him. Stop using helicopters.
Yeah. It was caused by hitting a main rotor blade on a rock on the side of a desert butte. Co-pilot Aaron Perwin suffered a broken arm, and flying debris from the crash injured a crew member. Production company Propaganda Films had not obtained a permit to use a helicopter when filming, which the firm claimed was due to an unintentional oversight.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Helicopters scare the shit out of me because some of the not just the propellers on top, but the back propeller that you can.
Oh yeah.
That was a Sopranos episode where Furio almost pushes Tony into that.
Oh shit!
Would have chopped him up to pieces. But he doesn't do it because he wants to fuck his wife or something.
Wow!
It's just one of those moments where I think about that because Tony almost got taken out because he was taking a piss next to one.
I'm gonna take a piss next to this rotor.
Yeah.
And instead, he finally got taken out by a black screen.
Hey.
Yeah.
Where's the button?
Got taken out by the members only jacket guy.
Yeah.
If you watch the episode
From 1995 until current, there's, I believe, only one product that's killed multiple spokesmen for the brand, which I thought it was only one. It's 5 now. 5 men who appeared as the Marlboro Man have died since their advertisements.
Wait, smoking's bad for you?
Hey.
This just in.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I thought it was just one guy. I thought it was a big thing that the guy who was the original Marlboro Man. I can't even say Marlboro.
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 Marlboro. Yeah, it's a town in Massachusetts. It's hard to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chuck Marlboro did the commercials for 20 years that died.
Yeah. And I'm very familiar with Marlboro because my dad used to collect all the points and get Marlboro fucking hats and T-shirts and sleeping bags for us.
Marlboro bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You unfurl
I was
your
a walking
sleeping
Marlboro
bag.
red
Yeah.
advertisement.
You're
Yeah.
10 years old. You unfurl your sleeping bag. It's a Marlboro.
Dude, it literally.
You're like, can I have that lion sleeping bag? No, take this Marlboro.
I don't know.
You got a carton of Reds in your fucking bag, in your chest.
Yeah. If there are any Dipod listeners out there that also had a fucking dad that chain smoked like crazy and got the Marlboro sleeping bag, talk to us about how fucking comfortable that was. It was a down, nice, cushy fucking sleeping bag. It was the best
Down
sleeping
feather?
bag I ever had. Yeah. It was amazing.
It was like a lung inside.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Before
like a pre-smoker's lung. Yeah.
Pre-smoker.
Oh, it's nice and comfy in here. Everything's soft.
Everything's working.
Yeah.
The zipper turns into a lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Wow, this really breathes this whatever fabric it is.
yeah. So the reason that Marlboros are called cowboy killers is because there were multiple Marlboro Man related deaths. Wayne McLaurin, David McLean, Dick Hammer, which is a great name, by the way.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like that should be who is the Marlboro Man.
Sounds like a fucking porn star.
Yeah.
Gonna get some of this Dick Hammer.
Yeah.
And Eric Lawson and Jerome Edward Jackson, a.k.a. Tobin Jackson, died of smoking-related diseases, thus earning the cigarettes, specifically Marbreds, the nickname Cowboy Killers.
Yeah, those are hardcore cigarettes. Those Mobby Reds.
My dad used to smoke 2 or 3 packs a day
A day.
of Marbreds, yeah.
Oh, man.
We had multiple sleeping bags.
Yeah.
So he sounded like Tom Waits.
Oh, yeah. No, my dad still had like a high-pitched voice, weirdly enough.
I smoke 3 packs a day.
Let me get 2 packs of Marlboros and some Funyuns.
How you like me now?
And some Mountain Dew.
Do I have enough points to get the sleeping bag?
For real.
Anyone got a light? Kyle lifts his sleeping bag light.
Oh, yeah, like it's embedded into the sleeping bag.
Zippo.
Yeah, there's an ashtray if you just turn it. That's funny you say that at camp because I remember I went to East Boston camps, which is like I've talked about before, which is kind of like, it was like a sentence for some kids there. that went there. My mom knew some friends that got me in there for some reason, and there were kids at like 11 or 12 years old that were already smoking and had mustaches.
Oh, yeah. They've been smoking for like 6 years.
Yeah. They work for the city.
Yeah. My name's Eric, 6 years old, Department of Public Works.
They got hard hats.
Yeah.
Fucking boss is on my ass, dude.
This overtime's fucking killing me.
But the money's good on Friday, though. Fucking I'll take it.
They're gonna go in on strike.
Who's with me? I got some grievances. I tell you, motherfuckers.
Atticus.
Yeah, he still gets it wrong. He says Atticus, not Attica.
Oh, well, they're kids.
Yeah, they haven't
They're
seen
dumb.
that Pacino movie.
Yeah. Wayne McLaren started testifying in favor of anti-smoking legislation at the age of 51. So when it started catching up to him, he's like, this probably isn't that good for you.
Yeah. Don't smoke.
Fuck. Philip Morris denied that McLaren ever appeared in a Marlboro ad, even though it's clearly obvious that he was. A position it later amended to maintain that while he did appear in ads, he was not the Marlboro Man. Okay, so maybe he's not. He was just in the background while the Marlboro Man was fucking
He was in the bathroom
doing his thing. Yeah.
yeah.
McLaren died before his 52nd birthday in 1992.
Oh shit.
David McLean died of died of lung cancer at the age of 73 in 1995. After his death, his widow, Lilo McLean, sued Philip Morris, claiming McLean's disease was brought on because he had to smoke multiple packs of cigarettes during ad shoots.
That seems like a solid case.
Yeah.
Her case was dismissed,
Oh.
and she was forced to pay the cigarette company's court case costs.
What year was it?
Wow. Go fuck yourself. 1995.
Wow. Yeah, this is before the Insider came out. The Russell Crowe movie, where that very damning movie, I think, for that industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tobacco industry, big tobacco.
It is
Tobacco,
crazy because
yeah.
I remember like just driving around, like getting driven back and forth to school and seeing like in Boston, almost every other sponsored billboard was like Newports, Marlboros, like
Oh,
they were
yeah.
all over the place. You can't do that anymore.
And they made it look fun.
It looked
The
awesome.
Newport ads looked like Mentos ads.
Yeah.
And we remember Joe Camel.
Yeah. He was cool, man.
For the younger listeners, they actually allowed a cartoon camel to sell cigarettes for
Yeah.
many years.
Yep.
If SpongeBob SquarePants was selling cigarettes, basically.
Smoke up!
Get a sleeping bag.
Gary, where are the points?
Oh shit.
What is this SpongeBob? They just switched into cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, the fucked up
SpongeBob?
thing is the Flintstones did do that back in the day.
Really?
Flintstones commercials before the vitamins came out. They were selling cigarettes.
A prehistoric guy smoking
Oh
cigarettes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see those ads on YouTube.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wilma, where's my cigarettes?
It basically was like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And,
Pebbles, get your old man cigarettes.
and there were a lot of cartoons that featured smoking. It was everywhere
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
kids' movies and cartoons.
Yeah. So this was like the dying gasps of, well, no pun intended, I guess, of the, cigarette industry being able to be advertised that prominently.
Yeah.
What a reversal, because like doctors in the 50s on TV were smoking, like
Yeah.
while they're given a diagnosis.
And you could smoke on airplanes, which seems
Yeah,
unthinkable.
people, they don't have them much anymore, but remember the old airplanes would have the ashtrays in there? People like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
Mhm.
Yep.
And they had leg room. Can you imagine that?
Oh, here we go.
Those were the days.
What about this food?
But yeah, there was a time when there weren't warnings on cigarette cartons. It's hard to
Yeah.
even fathom that, but now it says this will kill you.
Well, the ones in the UK do.
Oh my
in
god.
America, they don't.
They don't?
No.
In Chile, they actually showed a picture of black lungs. on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
they'll
they
do
show
that
like
stuff in the UK,
disfigured
too.
babies and
Yep.
stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Eric Lawson, who appeared in Marlboro print ads from 78 to 81, died at the age of 72 on January 10th, 2014, of respiratory failure due to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD.
Which is smoking related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A smoker since age 14, Lawson later appeared in an anti-smoking commercial that parodied the Marlboro Man. Jerome Edward Jackson, a.k.a. Tobin Jackson, died of lung cancer in 2008.
So smoking is not good for you.
Nope. Yeah, so but as far as I can tell, that's the only product that the people advertising it got killed by the product they were advertising.
Yeah.
If anybody's out there that knows of other ones, let us know.
Yeah. And don't drive Pontiacs either.
Yeah. Don't throw a camera through the front of the Pontiac that you're driving.
Yeah.
No.
Could be bad for your health.
Yeah.
And I see here there was a reality TV star named Greg Plitt, who was this fitness instructor. Insert joke here. But he was a fitness instructor on Bravo. And then Plitt was...
Did he go missing? They couldn't find the plit?
Local police can't find the plit. Hey, you can say that again.
So he was... It was a show called Workout. And then he was filming a commercial for a new energy sports drink from Shadow Beverages called No Fear.
I like their stuff.
And Way Up. Pretty clever there.
All right.
So they're filming along the Metrolink train tracks near Burbank.
Oh, boy.
Right near us.
Yeah.
And so the idea is he's supposed to look like he's out running the train. And somehow he just got caught up and got too close. And then the train hit him and threw him onto the tracks.
Oh my god.
And he died.
What?
Wow. What year is this?
This is 2015.
Wow.
So the moral of today's episode is do not do any commercials.
They're
Stay
non-union
inside.
anyway.
Yeah.
You scabs.
Fucking scabs.
Oh, that's brutal, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But on the flip side, Flo seems pretty healthy and thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not doing any stunts though. She's just doing she's just talking shit to people inside, I noticed.
Yeah. She does 90 seconds of TV work a year and makes $15 million.
Yeah.
So she'll be all right.
Yeah. She has more money than half of the Western world.
Yeah.
Some small countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
But
What if she started funding like a civil war somewhere? She got involved in like geopolitics and in Eastern Africa or something.
funding mercenaries across the world, setting up progressive claims everywhere.
Yeah, she has her own satellite where she's dropping nukes somewhere. It has the flow. It has her face on the side of it.
It's called the Flo Bow. The nuke.
The Flopedo.
Yeah. She's got her own Navy fleet.
Oh.
This is what I'm doing with the money.
Yeah. Shit. Well, that's all we got on this one.
Yeah.
rest in peace to everybody that got taken out by these assholes.
Yeah, well, you got to watch out when you're on some of these sets that you're not getting exploited by these people because
exploded.
They're exploded. They're megalomaniacs, and they're commercial directors that think they're fucking Francis Ford Coppola.
You know Francis Ford.
Although Inspector Gadget isn't far off from the movie Jack.
Oh God.
On that note, feel free to hit the button again if you want.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram,
YouTube,
deathandentertainment@gmail.com.
Yes.
Patreon, deathandentertainment.
Yeah.
.com/page.
Patreon.com/deathandentertainment. We are working with Patreon right now to get the adult content brand off of our account because that's what they classified us as that.
They deemed us.
Patreon only does adult related content if you show nudity or talk in detail about sex and sex acts, which I don't think we've ever gone into detail about any of that.
Yeah.
And we've certainly never shown nudity. So
we just talked about fake fingers.
Yeah. Well, maybe we have.
You did make a plit joke.
Yeah.
That's true.
We didn't go into too much detail.
Yeah. But we'll see. We're trying to get that taken off so that you can actually find us in the search. For now, we're shadow banned. So type in specifically patreon.com/deathinentertainment. No spaces, all one word.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, until next time.
Don't go dying on us.
Bye-bye.
You have just heard
A true Hollywood murder mystery.
I have never seen anything like this before.
The movies, Broadway, music, television, all of it.
A place that manufactures nightmares.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.
Good night. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon.